Okay, it is Sunday morning here in Nashville, Tennessee, and it's time to go to church. And there's definitely a lot of churches. Basically, there's only like hundreds of churches here in Nashville, Tennessee. So you just gotta take your pick on that one. We're in one of the neighborhoods here going to church. Lots of trees that have been cut down. They had an ice storm and it wrecked most of their trees. The Lyft driver yesterday was saying that the trees here are very brittle, and so if there's a big ice storm, the branches will break off, and looks like that's what happened. Guess they have a lot of firewood now. We're now here in Centennial Park, and we're going to talk about Nashville being a little bit about it being the Athens of the South, and we're going to walk around here and learn some things about Centennial Park. The reason why Nashville is known as the Athens of the South is because in 1850 Nashville created the first public school system in the southern states, and they also were known for having lots of universities like Vanderbilt University, and just a lot of universities were built in this area. Unfortunately, today, that's no longer the case. I looked it up. Public education-wise, Tennessee is like 31st in K through 12 education, and about like middle of the pack, like 27, I want to say, in higher education. So they're no longer number one like they used to be, but we still have some remnants here back when they were number one, like the Parthenon that we're going to right now. Over here we have a plaque dedicated to the fallen Confederate soldiers, erected in 1909. This is one of those forgotten glory or whatever. What's the term?
Oh, I don't know what term you're looking. Lost cause?
Lost cause monuments. According to the sign that we just read, said that Centennial Park used to be a segregated park. So, very interesting. Luckily today that's not the case. A statue dedicated to John W. Thomas. I don't know much about John W. Thomas. I'll have to see if it comes in the video or not. We are right now on the federal line right here. This was the line that defended the Confederates versus the Union Army back in 1862. Nashville was actually the first occupied city during the Civil War, pretty much 5 months after the Confederates bombed Fort Sumter. Nashville was overtaken and remained overtaken by the Union Army for the entire Civil War. And now we are at the front of the Parthenon. The Parthenon was constructed as an art museum, but it's also known for having a full-size replica of the Parthenon and having a statue of Athena, which is the goddess of education and wisdom, inside. So we're gonna at least see. We won't be able to go inside because it's closed for renovations, but I think we'll be able to see the statue. We'll check that out. Of course, we're at the entrance here, and it is officially closed. But we did get to see the outside of the building, which that's pretty cool too. Let's see. Yeah, they have some cool replicas of the Elgin marbles up there. Let's see what's down here.
They're closed for a couple
Parthenon was built in 1897, according to the signs here. Like I said, was built to be an art museum. So, Taylor Swift, in her song Invisible String, spoke about Centennial Park, and she talked about the willow tree. And we're over now by the willow tree that inspired that song, looking at the bench for Taylor Swift. There it is, the Taylor Swift bench. A bench for you to read on at Centennial Park. Welcome home, Nashville. It reads. Open that this soda shop is open today. They look open, so that's good. Since 1839. They got, Denise,
What do they have?
a peppermint shake.
Oh, give me.
Scaling back the basics like the and so all the rest.
You want to share anything? In Nashville, one of the typical foods is a meat and three. Basically, it's one meat dish and 3 side dishes. Thanksgiving, but instead of turkey, we're having pot roast.
Yeah, you could have gotten green beans.
Yeah.
You know, instead of okra. Green beans, mac and cheese, 3 potatoes.
Looks just like Thanksgiving to me. A soda shop without getting some type of ice cream. Looks very good. Got this brownie sundae because we've had bananas all week, but there's bananas even in the brownie sundae. That's funny. They just like their bananas here in Nashville. That's so funny. We're back at the Nashville airport on our way out. We just got notification that our flight's going to be delayed. Hopefully it's not canceled. That's the worst. I know back east right now, well, we are on the East Coast, but farther east and north, they're experiencing a terrible storm. And the storm's supposed to come here tomorrow. It's windy here today, but so far the storm is not here yet. You guys have been waiting in the airport for a long time. We're walking down to gate D10 all the way to the other side because our flight was delayed. There's a lot of delayed flights, and ours happens to be one of them. But we're going to California, but who knows where the plane actually came from, so that's a lot different. Well, we have arrived to gate D10. 2 hours delay so far. We're gonna see how long it takes us to get back to California.